So fixed rates are falling. And here are my thoughts and a lot of other experts' thoughts on the fixed versus variable mortgage debate right now in the economy. So fixed mortgage rates are declining based off the 5-year, 10-year Canadian bond yields. And of course, the drop in fixed rates is predominantly attributed to obviously the Bank of Canada's recent cut, rising mortgage default rates, and weaker economic data like GDP growth and easing inflation. While the 5-year fixed rates around 4.99% are currently the lowest, some experts recommend a 3-year fixed rate around the 4.84% or the 5.19%, as they believe that the rates will continue declining. The variable rates around 6.1% to 6.5% are higher than the current fixed rates, but could become cheaper over 5 years if the Bank of Canada cuts rates by around 2 percentage points, as some would say might happen. Variable rates offer more flexibility and more options. And you don't want to look at just the rate, you want to also look at what other options you have. With a variable rate, you have the ability to convert to a fixed rate at any time, penalty free. And then also, if you do have to break your mortgage, the penalty is much lower and it's only usually around 3 months interest, which is much lower than a fixed rate if you ever have to break the mortgage. Now, that being said, you always have to keep in mind that variable rates do carry more risk. Of course, if rates continue rising over the next 5 years, you have to be okay with potential payments going up and you have to be able to withstand that. But historically, variable rates have usually been cheaper around 90% of the time from 1950 to the year 2000. So that's a long period of time for analyzing rates. But again, we cannot look at the past for the future because, of course, had you taken out a variable rate at the beginning of 2022, it was not the correct decision at the time. So each period of time is different and we can't always just look back. You have to make the right decision for yourself. Fixed rates provide payment certainty but are certainly more expensive. Variable rates are riskier, but could save money if rates decline substantially over the next 5 years, which is a possibility. Experts advise considering personal risk tolerance and financial situation when deciding between the two. And of course, you should always look at your own situation and your own finances when deciding between fixed and variable. I would say personally, I recommend a 3-year fixed right now, unless you are able to take on that kind of risk with a variable with the potential of your rate going down over the next 2, 3, 4 years. Because it definitely could happen. But again, there's always the possibility of rates going even higher from here, right? We don't know what'll happen for sure. So we have to take all variables, all things into consideration. If you want to discuss variable rates, fixed rates, feel free to reach out to me. I'll have all my information down below and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Take care.